Meditation. This is Mark in New Jersey, and for the next half hour we're going to meditate together. You've been to a few meetings, or you've been to quite a few meetings, and we come to these meetings because of the enjoyment of getting beyond our thoughts. So let's begin a meditation together. If you have any questions, you can type them into the chat window, and you can always, at the end of the meditation in about half an hour, ask any questions about meditation, or of course ask the person who conducts your local meeting. So let's begin by raising the energy together, as you've probably been shown at your local meeting. You sit comfortably. Your feet are flat on the floor, apart from each other slightly, or you're sitting on the floor, cross-legged. And to raise the energy, we place both hands in front of the body. The left hand is going to move up, corresponding to the movement of the energy up the spinal cord, and the right hand is going to go around the left hand. When they get to the top of the head, we spin the wrists and tie a knot. Let's do that together. We go back to the base of the spine in front, raise the energy again until we reach the top of the head, tie a knot, and the third time we raise the energy and we'll tie 3 knots. Now we'll give the motion of protection. So we sit with our left hand resting in our lap, palms up, and the right hand moves over to the left hip, over the left arm. And we sweep it up over the top of the head, all the way down to the right hip, and then back up over the top of the head, and all the way back down to the left hip. And that's 1. We'll do 7 of those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we place the right hand on the lap. So both hands are now on the lap, palm up. We can close our eyes and just put our attention on our own breathing. Very likely it's been explained to you in the meetings with the help of a chart that there are 3 channels in our body: the left channel, the right channel, and the central channel. So we're going to put our attention on the left channel, because in our system we have an aspect of ourselves that wants things. That's our left channel. And then we have the part of ourself that does the work required to get those things, the right channel. So what we want right now is to enter a state of meditation. So to harness that aspect of our personality that wants things and we want to meditate, we'll work on the left side right now. So take our right hand and place it on the left side of our stomach, and just a little bit down towards the hip. Now move the hand up a bit so it's near the bottom of the rib cage, and we press slightly. This is the right hand pressing the left side of our stomach. Now we raise our hand a little bit further until it's resting on the left side of our chest, where our heart is. Now move the hand up a bit higher until it's resting on the left side of our neck where it meets the shoulder. And each of these places corresponds to a center within the left channel. And as we put our attention there, using our right hand, it's a way to express that we want this energy to rise up and take us to a state of meditation. Now we'll move our attention to the center of our body and put our hand across our forehead in the center. And then we want our attention to rise above our thoughts. So let's take our hand above the forehead and now rest the palm of the right hand on top of our head. And stretch the fingers up so just the palm is touching the top of our head. And then we raise our right hand up so that there's a space between the palm of our right hand and the top of our head. Raise the hand to a point where it feels like that's the right place. Usually it's about 4 to 6 inches above the top of the head. Sometimes it's much higher, sometimes it's a little closer. But it's the place where some intuition tells you this is where I will meditate, where my thoughts will slow down and stop. Now we'll rest the right hand on the lap, and we'll sit quietly for about 2 minutes and just let our attention be free, see where our attention goes. Maybe it'll stay at the top of our head, maybe we'll have very few thoughts, or maybe it'll be moving all over the place and kind of distracting us from meditating. If that's the case, then we just move our right hand to be back on top of our head, kind of steady our attention, focus a bit on our breathing, and then put our hand back down in our lap. So let's just sit quietly, see whether our attention stays at the top of our head. If we need to guide it back to the top of our head, we just do that with our right hand. Let's now clear the stress that might have accumulated into our system. It's a Thursday when we're broadcasting live, and by Thursday we have had lots of experiences and perhaps gathered quite a bit of stress too, as we've reacted to things that have happened to us or around us, or we've reacted to news about the world. So to clear our emotional side, we want to clear our left side. So the left hand is going to remain resting on our lap, and the right hand simply hangs down towards the earth, towards the ground. For sitting on the floor, we rest our right hand directly on the ground or on the floor. Or for sitting outside, right on the earth. So let's sit like that. Left hand is resting, palms open, and the right hand pointing towards the ground. Now let's clear the right side. And this is where we are doing and planning and thinking and analyzing. So to clear the right side, we just let the right hand rest, palm up, on the top of our right leg, and we're going to bend the left arm, bend the left elbow, and so the palm of our left hand is facing over our left shoulder. And we just sit quietly and let all the stress and strain, all the thinking, all the reacting, to just kind of clear out, and see if we become quieter inside. Now we can lower our left hand. And once again take our right hand and place it on top of our head. Stretch the fingers up. Raise our right hand up into the air above our head. See if we feel anything. Sometimes there's no sensation, there's just the awareness that we're quieter inside. Sometimes you'll feel a warm or a cool feeling. Okay, we can rest our right hand back on our lap. And let's take our right hand and rest the fingers of our right hand at the base of our throat in the front. And this center, when it's open and the energy is flowing through it, it enables us to communicate clearly through our words, through what we do, through our gestures, our facial expressions. And so the person that we are inside, what we're aiming for is this quiet, calm person. When this center is open, then that quiet and calm person is able to express to the world around them and give that quiet and calm to the world around them. If there's any obstruction in the flow of energy through a center, you may feel heat. And that's just the obstruction clearing out, so the energy can flow through from the base of the spine all the way to the top of the head. And as the energy flows, it's what takes our attention to the silence and the enjoyment of meditation. We can lower our right hand once again. Let's close our eyes and we'll sit together and meditate. So it's not just our own individual attention that's at the top of the head and above the top of the head. It's all of our attention together. So maybe some point where we become aware of that our attention is being sustained and supported because there is a group of us all meditating together. And that's where we can relax and stop putting in any effort because our attention is being sustained by the group. If our attention is moved into the past, we're feeling some regret. Oh, I really should have meditated every day, and I didn't. I should have done this, and I should have done that, and I shouldn't have done that. So we want our attention to be in the present. So when we get those kinds of thoughts, we can just take our right hand and rest it at the back of our head, and say inside ourselves, I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. And this is where we have to remember to be kind to ourselves and patient with ourselves and allow this meditation to work. It does take some practice and some time for most of us. Let's raise our right hand so it's now on top of our head. Raise the right hand up, take the attention above the top of the head. And see if we feel any change in the flow of our attention, in the flow of this energy. Does it feel lighter, or cooler, or quieter? Now let's sit together, and we'll sit quietly. Just relax the attention and enjoy the state of meditation. So we can end our meditation together, the part where we're sitting quietly, by raising the energy and giving ourselves the protection again. And then you're welcome to stay and continue to meditate, and I'll put on some music by Debu Chowdhury. And when he plays, what I find is that the notes keep bringing my attention to the top of my head and above the top of my head. Just the notes he plays on the sitar, which is an extraordinary ability of a musician. So let's finish together by raising the energy and giving ourselves the protection. And then I invite you to join us for another live online meditation at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time, Monday through Friday. And of course you can listen to any of these meditations recorded from our online website.
Mm-hmm.